But yeah, what makes your heart break? And feel into that and read from that place. I'm DJ with City3, and we exist to give communities tools for their own economic empowerment. Oak is our first instance of this, where we're building a community currency so we can keep value circulating locally, cut out extractive financial intermediaries from neighborhood transactions, and create a treasury to support local causes. So our founding team has known each other for 11, 12 years, I think. We all met in college. I met our product lead, 𝗕𝗓𝗃, during orientation on the first day. At the end of the dean's speech, I just ran on stage, took the mic, gave a speech, and said I was doing a pillow fight. 𝗕𝗓𝗃 introduced himself to me after that. And then Jesse started doing hackathons in college, and he built some really cool apps. I was like, this guy's great. And then after college, I started a company and almost died in China, came back, and I became Jesse's first employee in the startup that he started. And then our team, half was joined Toyo, and then some of us went to Coinbase, Jesse went to Coinbase. And it was a few years ago when 𝗕𝗓𝗃 and I were talking. He's really interested in how we can use capital at scale to solve issues. Jesse and I reconnected. We were interested in how we can build better cities. We all just came together under this overall shared pain of how we can use capital and technology to build better outcomes for cities. For me, the co-creation is less a band or even a team, but more group therapy, where you come together over shared heartbreak. The co-founders of a venture were united because we share pain. And in that pain is the seeds of the vision of the possible solution. But it's first this belief that, hey, my heart breaks because the world is like X. And you're like, wow, my heart breaks because the world is like X. And then we meet each other in that place where we say, man, this is really tough. And in that place of solace and companionship, go on the journey to transform and transmute our suffering into creation and or triumph. And we approach from different places, whether it's from very intense, like personal experiences of structural discrimination, whether it's long-lived like intellectual pursuits and just racking ourselves with that, or whether it's being on the other side of privilege and an advantage from these systems, but being harmed in different ways. We share this belief that fundamentally our governance and economic institutions are at odds with human flourishing and great neighborhoods and full lives, and we just find it devastating. Quite frankly, crypto, we believe, is the most organized and coherent articulation of a system-wide solution. So the thinking is essentially first establish the economic order through a community currency. Once you have commerce, you can then establish some way of taxing the digital city or levying or providing value. We then stand up governance at a base level to try and allocate public goods more efficiently. Right now, having spent last year onboarding 1,100 folks in Oakland, 60% of them folks of color with non-custodial wallets, a bunch of fun experiments, a quadratic funding round, all that good stuff. And on the product side, we'll be working on an open source interface to enable easier send and receive for stablecoins, and spinning up Oak as a stablecoin on Base, and hopefully launching that live sometime this year or early next year with possible listing on a public exchange. Hands down, the hardest part is the difference between the rhetoric and promise of what the technology can be and the reality of what it is today. It's very hard to talk about the future when just putting the next foot in front of you is so unstable. We're at the farmer's market and we're getting people to transact, and it works, but it's really hard for a regular person to turn dollars into crypto today in a way that's instant, free, and they can send to someone. It's like really hard. Like, how early are we? A few months, a few years? And we go back and forth because with the earliness, you see the opportunities to build, but then you also see the like overall ceiling limitations. Instead of trying to build one thing over here or over there, because we're about community currency and governance, slow it down and wait with the ecosystem overall. It's like, oh, we'll just wait until Base is live. If Base is ready to go, then we'll be able to make this next That allows us to stay true to our mission and vision and execute and allow the rest of the ecosystem to come along.